Trump administration revealed its proposal to overhaul America's immigration system. The proposal would not by itself build the often promised wall on our southern border, nor would it cut current levels of immigration, despite the fact that most Americans would like to see that happen. The one big thing the administration's proposal would do is give priority to immigrants who might actually help America, skilled workers with English proficiency. It's hard to see an argument against a system like that. There isn't really an argument against that system. For years, Democrats have argued that immigrants make vital additions to our economy. They're smarter than we are. They're harder working. They do better in school. They found more companies. Well, the president has decided to take Democrats at their word. He says he wants all of those good things that immigrants bring. Watch.
We want immigrants coming in. We cherish the open door that we want to create for our country. But a big proportion of those immigrants must come in through merit and skill.
Well, much of the world would move here if they could, hundreds and hundreds of millions of people. So why wouldn't we pick the absolute best? Immigrants with skills and English would fit in better here. Their kids would do better in school. They'd be more likely to contribute to social programs instead of draining them. So are Democrats rejoicing in this change? Of course not. They're outraged. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi spoke for the party when she declared that really merit is a bad word because everybody has merit.
I want to just say something about the word that they use, merit. It is really a condescending word. Are they saying family is without merit? Are they saying most of the people who have ever come to the United States in the history of our country are without merit because they don't have an engineering degree? Certainly, we want to attract the best in our to our country, and that includes many people from many parts of society.
What a shame we can't staff the Democratic caucus in the Congress using the same criteria the Speaker would like to fill our country. We want to attract the best from many parts of the world, she says, but of course by that Pelosi doesn't mean what she says. She means just the opposite. Because what exactly is best about immigrants who have criminal records or middle school educations or no ability to hold a job? The answer is there's nothing best about that. Immigrants like that might be nice people, but they're much more likely to burden the United States than to benefit, at least economically. Harvard doesn't admit students who can't speak English. It says so right on their website. So why should our country? The left doesn't want to answer questions like that or even have the conversation. Shut up, racist! Instead, they just declare that the current system is great. No evidence necessary. Watch this former Obama official make her fact-free case on MSNBC yesterday.
What's less obvious is that medium and even the least skilled immigrants also contribute to the U.S. economy. They come in and they do different things from natives, and they allow everyone to specialize more in what they're doing best. It's that contribution of the unskilled immigrants that I think people overlook when they really push the so-called merit-based or as it's called in other countries, the point system.
So what Professor Hunt and so many on the left, including the Speaker of the House, are arguing for is a feudal system where foreign-born worker bees toil to support a smug and pampered managerial class, of which they, of course, are part. There's no other explanation for our current policies. We don't need more low-skilled workers in the United States. We have plenty of low-skilled workers. Their unemployment rate is higher than the national average. Their wage growth has been abysmal for decades, generations. So how do those workers benefit from having more competition? Of course, they don't. How does the country benefit by having more low-skilled workers when technological changes may soon render millions of them permanently jobless? The answer, of course, is that we won't benefit. But for the left, whether the country benefits is not the point. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, herself a symbol of America's failed immigration system, if there ever was one, someone who hates this country, coming here at public expense, spent yesterday demanding the abolition of ICE, the decriminalization of illegal immigration itself, and an end to all deportation programs. She demands open borders, the unlimited arrival of anyone who wants to come to America, whether they have anything to contribute or not. And by the way, you get to pay for it. And if you don't want to, you're a bigot. Well, you know what this is really about. Of course, it's not about civil rights. That's a joke. It's about money and power. Their money, their power. The left has aligned with business interests that profit from cheap, obedient workers. Low-skilled immigrants have a harder time assimilating into the American mainstream. They stay poorer. They learn English more slowly. They're more likely to remain an ethnic underclass, all of which makes them much more likely to vote Democratic long term. That's the point, obviously. Skilled immigrants might assimilate and become less reliable Democratic voters. They might even compete with the children of our ruling class. That's not allowed. It's safer to import serfs, and that's exactly what they're doing. Don't let them tell you it's about civil rights. It's not. It's about their convenience and their power. Larry Elder is a radio show host in California. We're always grateful to have him on this show. Larry Elder, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
So I never thought that the left